Hello, it's Melanie Hustis, and I tried to go live and I couldn't figure out how to do it in the actual event. So I'm just recording this and then I will post it in here. So since you can't interact with me, if anybody has questions, just write them down below and I will answer you later. But yes, so this is my introduction to those of you who don't know me. I am an energy healer and a medium, and I do a lot of crazy things in my job. I love it. Big thing is I really help people heal what's holding them back and help them to truly love their lives. So throughout the years, I have done this in different ways. And one of the things that I used to do, I don't so much anymore, is I teach spirituality to kids. So I would have in-person classes where kids would come and hang out at my house, and we would do games and crafts and activities and meditations and yoga and all sorts of amazing things, but all connected to spirit. So I had one series of classes where we learned all about the chakras and our energy body and how that worked. And I ran a class on intuition, how to talk to your spirit guides. We made pendulums, a whole bunch of awesome stuff. So that's my experience with teaching kids. I also have taught a lot of communication, mediumship, connecting to your intuition for adults, and I do that online, not in person. So that's a bit of my teaching background. As far as specifically why I wanted to do this, the number one reason is because Emma asked me, and I love Emma and I love the topic and I feel like I have a lot to offer around it. So of course I said yes. So me personally, growing up, I don't ever remember not being in connection with spirit, seeing spirit, hearing messages, being able to read people. So I didn't have a rough time of it growing up. I'm not gonna lie and say I did. I didn't realize that it wasn't normal. People could argue, my husband especially, that I still think I'm normal and I'm not. But that was just my experience, and I never asked anybody else, do you hear voices telling you what to do? When you connect with, or when you talk to someone, do you know things about them that you have no way of actually knowing? When you're at a party and someone's dead grandfather shows up, is that weird? I didn't think about it. So I started to realize when I was a teenager that maybe this wasn't the norm. And that was when I started doing tarot readings for people, and it got a little bit freaky. How much information came up, how accurate it was, and what I was capable of. So of course, logically, I shut it all down. So I finished high school, I went to university, and I started a career in finance, because that's what intuitives do, right? I spent a decade in banking, being miserable, didn't know what an empath was. But holy crap, let me tell you, if you're an empath, you don't want to work in finance. You specifically don't want to work in personal banking. It was really, really rough. And long story short, I don't do that anymore. So that's my own personal experience of growing up with those connections and intuition and whatnot. Then, like I said, I blocked everything out, and when it all started to come back, or when I decided to have it all come back, was when my youngest daughter was born. So that was about 10 years ago. And she was born with an entity attached to her. Well, actually, it came in at 3 months. Funny story, I'll tell you quickly about manifesting, the power of manifesting. I had a horrible time with my first daughter when she was born. I did not want to have another child. I did not want to have to go through that again. I didn't think I was capable of going through that again without losing it. So when I found out I was pregnant with my second, I prayed to God, and praying is manifesting. I prayed to God every day, all day. Please, God, just give me 3 months, just 3 months, just so I can get my bearings, just so I can, establish nursing, just so I can get my youngest potty trained and off the boob. And just please, I need 3 months of grace so that I can figure this out. 3 months to the day. It's like a switch got flipped and everything changed. So I'm truly grateful for those 3 months, but all hell broke loose, literally, at that point. And again, I wasn't in tune, I wasn't connected, purposely blocking all of that out. So I took her to doctors, I took her to therapists, I took her to behavioral specialists, I took her to developmental pediatrician, and everyone kept saying there's nothing wrong with her. But I knew something was wrong with her. And then the message came. The only way that I was going to help her was to open all of my stuff back up and to get really comfortable with it so that I could help her. So that's what I did. So now I have the experience of growing up with gifts as a child, and I also have the very different experience of raising not one, but 2 incredibly connected, intuitive children, and the challenges and the joys that can come along with that. So I know Emma talked about her experience with Henry and how it was really fun and positive for the most part. Mine has not been. I'm just going to be honest. It is now. It's great now. But it was hell for a long time. And part of why I really want to do this for parents is to let you know, A, you're not alone. You're not imagining this stuff. And yeah, sometimes it can be really hard, but it doesn't have to be. So I'm kind of the flip side to what Emma was talking about. But the amazing part is that both of my kids are, I won't say totally okay with their gifts, because my one is not. But my one is totally okay with her gifts. My other one, she's coming around. She'll be okay. But I have learned through many, many, many mistakes how to parent an intuitive child in a way that supports them, that makes them feel connected, accepted, teaching them it's okay to be different. It's actually kind of awesome to be different, and really fun, lighthearted ways to incorporate that into your day. So I have planned lots of tips and advice around what worked for me, what didn't work for me. I have a cupboard full of crafts and games and activities that you can do with your kids at home to help them explore that. And like Emma said, it doesn't matter if you're intuitive or not. All that matters is that you're a parent with a child who is connected, open, experiencing something that you're not too sure what it is. And you're open to learning some ways to explore that with them and to make your day-to-day life more magical. So I feel like I've been going on for a long time. Oh, I'm only at 8 minutes. I could go on for longer. I could go on forever. If you join the class, you will find this out. Oh, that's right. And one other thing that I did want to mention is that a lot of more children now are being born connected. I always say that my youngest still has one foot on the other side. Honestly, half of her experience is not of this world. And I see that more and more in children. And I'm discovering very much so with my kids' friends, pulling me aside during a play date and asking about spirit and do I see the ghost that's there. I had one girl that asked me if she could help me with her connection to the devil because she felt like the devil had, gotten a hold of her and she didn't know what to do. So it's really made me realize even more so than my own experience that this is something that is needed. It's something that's happening. It's something that can be so beautiful, so safe, so comfortable, so fun, so amazing. If we have the right tools, if we have the right guidance, and if we understand what's actually going on. So I feel like this course is very important and I'm so excited to be a part of it. Thank you for asking me to join you, Emma. And again, if anyone has any questions, post them below. The big juicy answers will come in the course, of course. And if you do sign up and you can join us live for our Zoom conferences, we're going to be really honest. We're going to be really fun. We will be drinking wine on one of them for sure. And you will also have the opportunity to interact with us live, asking us questions specifically around your kids. So don't feel like it's just going to be light and fluffy and superficial and general. If you sign up, if you're committed, if you show up, you will get incredible information. So thanks for watching. Have a great day. It's beautiful and sunny here. Hopefully it is where you are as well. And I hope to see you in the group. Okay,